Gaza's population in Rafah are completely experiencing heavy bombardment from land and sea, as they have been going through really difficult weeks. But this announcement right now for Palestinians is a kind of bringing a sense of relief and tranquility among Palestinians, that they might witness an end for the fighting. They are really believing that this ongoing mounting pressure by the American administration and by regional mediators can be fruitful to stop the conflict between Hamas and Israel. They are so exhausted. They have been completely traumatized in the course of the past couple of months, and they were all the time asking about the time for the ceasefire. Right now, as the first time ever, they have been hearing an official confirmation from Hamas sides regarding the ceasefire agreement. They are absolutely optimistic, as they believe that this step will definitely reduce the caps of disagreement between Hamas and Israel, and it will help to contribute to increase the possibility for approaching to a ceasefire agreement within the foreseeable future.
Tariq, can I ask you how you're feeling right now? Because you're a reporter, yes, and you give us the facts as dispassionately and objectively as you can, and you've been doing this for months, but you're also a Palestinian living in Gaza who's been yourself in danger. You've had to be displaced and you've had to move your family and your relatives multiple times. How do you feel right now, hearing that Hamas has accepted a ceasefire proposal?
Well, what we do believe is that we have been completely under intense bombardment, and we have been going through really difficult times, including reporters, including the crew on the ground, those displaced Palestinians who are completely celebrating, including children, women, elderly, and everyone in the Palestinian community. That is an opportunity to get a sense of relief and even mitigation about this. And in order to know more about this, we're joined right now by a Palestinian man who will speak about how the situation and how this kind of announcement will really represent and means for Palestinians.
Hello. What do you see and what do you think of this announcement by Hamas with regards to accepting the Egyptian proposal for a ceasefire? This is very nice and hopefully would pave the way for the return to Gaza. Do you expect that a deal would be announced soon for a swap deal and a declaration of ceasefire? We hope Allah would facilitate this and we return to our homes. Where did you move from? I am from Gaza itself. Would you like to go back after they announce ceasefire? And what do you say to the world? My message is that I hope that we have the patience and return to Gaza. Thank you.
We're going to take another one right now.
How do you see this announcement by Hamas about the ceasefire? First of all, praise be to Allah that they didn't invade Rafah, and we greet the people of Gaza for their safety. And we would like to thank all those who stood by our side and by Gaza. Would you like to go back home where you were removed from? Yes, from Beersheba.
I'm still so scared for them.
I am from Rafah.
Now we are going to take another Palestinian man. How do you see this kind of announcement by Hamas side?
It's very important for our issue, Palestinian issue, and about Gaza Strip. We went political isolation, not just humanitarian. For that, we must struggle to.
Yeah, Cam, me too.
From the,
seeing everyone celebrate is just making me so terrified that they're gonna go ahead and just start airstriking or something. It's really terrifying. All we can do is keep watching and really, I mean, it's great to see their joy. We can hope that it is real and genuine, and that Israel actually abides by a actual ceasefire agreement and stops bombing and doesn't invade Rafah, but I don't see that happening. So
occupation, to stop the occupation to Gaza Strip and to West Bank. For that, we must struggle and to see the international community stop the Israel escalation against Gaza Strip. This is the damage that is by Israel, by the air forces, by the military, all the weapons that used against Gaza Strip. It's very horrible and very terrible for us. For that, we see this step very important for us, and to back to our houses in North Gaza or in the west of Gaza Strip. Our families very sadness in these days, but in this evening after this announcement, we see the majority of our people very pleasure.
And do you expect that you will return back to your house in the north of the Gaza Strip when the ceasefire will be announced?
We hope that all the families back to their houses. This is very important. Or to stay in the Gaza, in the north of Gaza, it's very dangerous for them and for our future. For that, we hope to rebuilding the universities, our structure, everything that Israel damaged and destroyed, to rebuild that.
Thank you so much for your time, and we're going to take another Palestinian young man to ask him about his impression about this announcement from Hamas side. Now, how do you see this announcement by Hamas regarding their agreement and approval for the ceasefire?
Okay, first of all, thank you, Mr. Tariq, for having me in this interview. I want to say that we feel so happy that finally Hamas has agreed about the ceasefire, but now we are waiting for Israeli agreement, and we hope that they will say it.